If you're too nice, this will happen. And I'm speaking from experience here because I was the nice guy that had friends, but no women in his life. Then I was still a nice guy who started going on dates, but these dates weren't going anywhere. I was just having pleasant, nice dates and interactions with women that would end with, "It was really nice to meet you. I had a great time. It was really nice to meet you," or "You're a really great guy. It was a pleasure. Take care now." And I was not really having any success with women. Yes, I was having nice, pleasant interactions and dates, but I wasn't really sparking any attraction. I wasn't getting the text back that I wanted from these women. And I wasn't getting intimate with these women, right? And I was that guy, and I've made the transformation from that guy who is no longer the nice guy. I can still be nice in an interaction with a woman, but I know how to create the attraction and get the result that you really want out of this thing, right? And I'm not gonna go too deep into my own backstory in this video. If you wanna know more about my transformation, the clients, or my program and how I can help you personally achieve your goals with social and dating, you can check out the in-depth video down below. But this is what I learned from being too nice, is that the idea of nice, or just having a pleasant, friendly interaction, it is one piece of an entire experience that needs to happen. So like, to some extent, you do need to demonstrate that you're nice. To some extent, that is not the only part of the interaction. I think that's where a lot of men go wrong, is that understanding there's other characteristics that need to happen in order to spark attraction. Being nice and being pleasant and having small talk and friendly interaction is good. It will create a little bit of comfort. A nice guy can create a little bit of comfort with women. He just doesn't create any attraction with women. So what happens is, if you're too nice, that means you didn't spend enough time in the interaction doing the other things outside of the nice vibe. You need the flirty vibe as well. You can be flirty and nice and get women. Problem is that you're just only nice. And so if you're too nice, that means that the majority of the interaction, or maybe even the entire interaction, was just nice and fun and friendly, okay? That doesn't get attraction. That doesn't get you laid. That doesn't get the girl obsessing about you. If you're somebody who isn't used to going on dates or having interactions with women, having a nice conversation feels like a positive, right? Like for me, I was the guy that was a nice guy who had friends but no women, and then I started going on dates with women. And so for me, it was this great new experience because I was finally going on dates. I was finally approaching women. I was finally interacting with women. Now, the problem is that when you're too nice, it starts to become really frustrating. The only thing more frustrating than not having any dates or any interactions at all with women is having all of these interactions and even going on dates just for them to all go nowhere. Just for the women to say, "You're a really great guy. He was really nice. It was nice to meet you." But to keep going through that experience over and over and over and over again, it can become extremely frustrating. It's almost a necessary step. You need to accumulate so much frustration that you finally get to a point where you realize, hey, me being nice is only getting me so far, and now I'm at this fucking ceiling, and the only way to break through that is to stop being so nice. It doesn't mean you can't be nice. It doesn't mean you can't have pleasant conversation. It just means that out of 100% of an interaction, nice communication, nice conversation is only a fraction of it. Maybe 30%, like a third of it can be nice, right? Like an entire interaction can have a lot of nice conversation on a date, but there needs to be a bunch of injections of teasing, you demonstrating value or expertise, you leading the interaction, a little bit of physicality, a little bit of playful push away, playful negative emotional spikes, positive intent, flirtatious energy. Like there's so many different things that need to be in there other than just nice. And so when guys fixate on saying that like the asshole or the scumbag or the douchebag is the one that gets the girl because they have this asshole energy, it's not the nice guy energy, you need to understand that even the guys that are the asshole that get the women, if we were to look at their interaction, they're not just being an asshole the whole time. It's just they have these moments where there's these negative emotional spikes in the interaction that are fun. They're not actually mean. A guy who's an asshole with women, where the girl's like, oh my God, you're such an asshole, you're such a dickhead, right? They don't legitimately think, wow, this dude's mean and angry and pissed off. That's not what they mean. Okay, so just look at nice as it's okay to be nice. You don't want to start an interaction off nice, but it's okay to have a little bit of nice interaction, pleasant, friendly, small talk, get to know you talk, when it's proportionate. And being too nice means being disproportionately nice. And the result of that is just friend zone. And also, it means you can't really be trusted, because a guy who's just too nice, he doesn't disagree. He doesn't have a backbone. He doesn't lead. He doesn't recommend things. He just is afraid to rock the boat, afraid of potential rejection. So he doesn't display his true intention. So he doesn't tell his honest opinions about things. So he doesn't lead. He doesn't display his intentions. He doesn't go for the things he actually wants, right? And so you might think that being nice is being respectful, or that it's the right thing to do because you don't want to come off thirsty. You want to be a gentleman. But I mean, I would argue that actually being nice means, to some extent, you're being dishonest. You're actually being dishonest. And a nice guy can't really be trusted because he's a guy who essentially can't even display his own true opinions about things, right? And that's why I tell guys, hey, look, if you're too nice, easiest first step, just start disagreeing. Playful disagree. Get comfortable doing that with people over and over and over again. It's the foundational piece to being very strongly opinionated. And if you're too nice, it's going to be difficult because you're so used to not wanting to rock the boat. And I can't stress that enough, because for me, it was really difficult to disagree. It was really difficult for me to have confidence in leading. I always wanted to check in with the other person, didn't want to rock the boat. I was walking on eggshells in the interaction. So being too nice ultimately means loss of respect. And really it means you're not going to be able to lead the way you want in the interaction, right? Which are essential pieces to creating high levels of attraction with women. So think about it this way. Create attraction first. Once there's high levels of attraction, we then need to create comfort and connection. And part of comfort and connection is that get to know you talk, or what you guys think of as nice interaction, but there needs to be attraction in place before that. All right. Now, obviously there's a whole structure to it. If you want to know more about the entire structure and the process that I've gone through, or my clients, and how I can help you, there is a link down below. You could check out the in-depth training I put together around all of that. But main takeaway from this video, guys, is that being too nice is disproportionate to the right ratio of what you need in an interaction to create high levels of attraction and arousal with women. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.